What is up, guys and gals? Welcome to episode number 276 of the Nonsense Review. I'm your host, as always, Devon, and joining me equally as always is Rick.
Hello, everybody.
If you've been joining us for the month of August in general, you know that we are balls deep in our theme of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle likes. I believe I dubbed the playlist as Anthropomorphic Dudes.
Yes, and the first one I titled The File as TMNT, and that didn't stick, so that's okay.
It was a fine one. I just didn't think the joke would still tickle me in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
But anyway, today we are doing Extreme Dinosaurs, a bit of a callback to something we did earlier in the month. Rick, are you ready for some background info?
Yeah, let's go!
Alrighty, so as you know, as we touched upon earlier in the month, this is a spin-off from Street Sharks. The titular team was originally named the Dino Vengers, and they featured in the last season of Street Sharks. This particular show first aired on the 1st of September 1997, for a total of, get this Rick, 52 episodes, and ending on the 24th of December of the same year. 52 episodes is a lot to cram into 3 months.
It is. That's... Okay, it's not an episode a day, but it's not far off.
I assume... The network it aired on was a bit of a niche one that I've never heard of, so I'm going to assume that they probably played like 4 at a time, and it was probably their entire Saturday block for cartoons, maybe.
Yeah, or maybe like 1 a day during the weekdays, and then weekends were for else things.
Very possibly. If anyone was actively watching in 1997 on the actual network it aired upon, please let us know, because unfortunately diving on the internet can only get you so much information, and unless you find someone who... I'm going to word this in a very poor way, but I don't mean anything by it. Unless you've got someone who was autistic as fuck and their hyperfixation was Extreme Dinosaurs and they kept track of everything and they gladly blog about it, you're not going to find this exact information.
Yeah. I remember there was definitely a Street Sharks subreddit, and people moan about Extreme Dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, because it killed their thing. Well, killed is a bit of an exaggeration, but it definitely, consumed it.
Yeah. And the entirety of Season 3 just polluted Street Sharks.
Well, it wasn't even called Street Sharks. It was technically called Dino Vengers featuring Street Sharks.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, the show itself features a team of dinosaurs, a T-Rex, a Triceratops, a Stegosaurus, and a Pterodon, which, let's be honest, Rick, if you're talking about dinosaurs, that is the classic lineup that everybody knows.
Yeah. Apparently all the bad guys are raptors.
Well, I was going to get to that, because they are, they face their main bad guy team called Raptors. The Raptors. The bad guys' goal? To cause global warming, of course, and make the planet a more fitting area for dinosaurs.
Man, I miss when villains were just...
stupid?
Well, not only that, but like Captain Planet. Like, all the villains were like loot and plunder and things like that. It was basically business as usual for people today, were the actual villains in the 90s.
Yeah, it's a bit different when it's dinosaurs doing it, but yeah, we live in Britain. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we've just come off the tail end of our 5th heat wave, and if you don't believe in global warming now, I think you're a moron.
Oh, yes. The funny thing about dinosaurs doing it is that they will be burning other dinosaurs to cause it.
It depends. I'm going to assume that they're probably not straight up burning coal and oil, because that would be, as you rightly point out, an ironic twist.
Be very funny, though.
We'll have to wait and see. I've never actually watched Extreme Dinosaurs. If I have, it's a vague memory at best in the deep recesses of my mind, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. That being said, this will probably come as no shock to you, Rick, considering just how many episodes it actually has, but initially it was planned to be a weekly running series, so that 52 episode count makes a bit more sense now, eh?
Yeah, so yeah, that would just be a year.
Yeah.
But yes, as you say, crammed into 3 months.
Yeah, it's oh god, that's a lot of... I mean, I know they're only 20-minute episodes, but still, with 10 minutes of ad time each, that's a lot to cram into 3 months. But if people were watching it, although I'm going to assume that people didn't watch it if it didn't get renewed... Yes, it was also originally slated to be called Dangerous Dinosaurs instead of Extreme Dinosaurs, which, don't know about you, Rick, I still think Dino Vengers is probably the strongest name of the 3.
I think Dino Vengers works as a team name, but Extreme Dinosaurs, I think, catches better as a show name.
I'm going to respectfully disagree, but that's fine. But I like having the team name be the name of the thing.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But then again, I assume... here's the thing, is I think they go for a soft rebrand. Like, yes, it's a spin-off from Street Sharks, and they are the same team, but I think they do these little changes to try and make it its own distinct thing between the two.
Right, okay. And for a lot lot of people these days, people know about this show because of the Game Grumps.
No.
Okay. So,
You might know of it because of the Game Grumps. I don't.
Yeah, so Aaron remembered the opening perfectly and did his own little rendition of the opening. And when we go and watch it, yes, he did it perfectly.
And, well, you say that, but like this first came up on my radar mostly because of Funhouse, another group of internet comedians who, granted, a lot less wholesome and a lot more funny, because during their demo disc gameplays, they'd look at Rule 34 and laugh at it, because it is quite a funny phenomenon, especially when it's based on cartoons from the 90s that no one remembers except for James Willem.
Yeah.
And who very much is always entertained by big buff dudes drilling each other. We'll not look any deeper into that, I don't think.
Fantastic.
But yes. Sorry, I'm just catching up to where I was in my notes. Nowadays, the show itself is available to stream. It keeps flip-flopping between being on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. Interestingly enough, there's actually a live-action fan film that was released in 2021 named Bad Rap Rising. It's about 36 minutes long. You can literally go and look at it right now. It's on a channel called By Ricks. I didn't look any deeper into the channel because, to be frank, I assume that it's an enthusiastic filmmaker if they're making a fan film. It's 100% unofficial. It's not licensed. They do not have the rights to Extreme Dinosaurs. But the interesting part is they use animatronics in order to portray the actual dinosaurs in question, which tickles my interest.
Very cool, actually.
And yet, last but not least, merch-wise, they had more or less the exact same deal that Street Sharks did, pairing up with Mattel to release a few figures, though they don't quite have the same cult following as Street Sharks, because they've yet to even give us a hint of a limited revival for dedicated collectors/fans.
Yeah. I'm assuming they had the same problem with Street Sharks where they didn't show up for a couple of years.
What do you mean?
Didn't the Street Sharks toys not get released until, like, after Street Sharks was no longer a thing?
Oh, no, that's correct. I believe Extreme Dinosaurs was probably... here's the thing, the news article I read didn't have anything about the time scale, so I assume it just released in time with the show. I don't know on that one. I'll hold my hands up and say I should have researched slightly better on that.
Oh, yeah, no worries. It was an anecdotal chat at best.
Yeah, I think the fact that I brought it up with the Street Sharks is that it said in the article I got my info from that it was a couple of years later, therefore I wrote down it was a couple of years later, you know?
Yeah.
But yes, that does it for my background information. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. You probably don't know this, but our regulars do. What we like to do is talk about our weeks and the goings-on in the wide universe before jumping into the review and the react itself. So with that in mind, Rick, how has your week been, buddy?
Well, I am on my third new phone in 3 weeks. Hopefully this one's going to stick.
I didn't want to hear that. That's genuinely rotten luck, my friend.
Yeah, the first one was actually bad luck. The charging port packed in, returned it, got a full refund. The second one was a gamble on my part. I got a C grade. It could have just been a battered outer, but the inside screen was battered as well. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's just do my statutory returns on this. The third one, touch wood, it's been good so far. I've gone for a different brand this time. I've gone for one that another friend of mine has gone with. I've gone from Samsung to Honor.
I've never heard of this brand.
It is a sister brand to Huawei.
Oh, okay. So congratulations, you've got your Chinese spyware.
Yes, but it's not been banned in China or like in the UK. We also kind of banned Huawei in that we took away their contract for 5G towers, but we didn't stop them from selling things in the UK. But I think they got the message and have not been selling things properly since.
Sure.
Meanwhile, Honor are still going strong.
I mean, I make the joke about Chinese spyware. I'm fully aware that I still have spyware on my phone. It's just not Chinese.
Oh yes, you've got Google spyware.
That's fine. It's fine. What the fuck? Do you know what? I got the weirdest fucking message the other day. I got a text from... it was a scam, by the way. Quite clearly a fucking scam, but I have no doubt that it freaks people out. Where it says, we noticed that you've downloaded 6 gigabytes of pornography straight onto your phone, and we think you should clear that out. Click here and we will do it for you. And I'm like, who the fuck falls for this shit? Who the fuck downloads porn on their phone?
And who the hell listens to a text and gets the text to do it for them instead of just going into their files and going, okay, gone.
I want to point out, I don't look at pornography on my phone. I didn't do this even before the crackdown on adult content in the UK. I definitely can't be asked to go through steps to do so now.
I mean, I can. It's called Proton
on your
VPN.
phone?
Yeah.
What's the point? Do you really need to jack it so bad you need to do it on your phone?
I mean, I'm not gonna, put the big telly on, am I?
Rick, you're a wrong'un.
Yeah. bed is right there, and so is the phone.
Okay. I'm not judging you, but I don't agree with it. I don't think phones should be used in that manner. Stop putting it near your butthole. In case anyone can't tell, I'm being entirely facetious.
Yeah, I'm not putting an entire unfolded tablet sideways on my arse.
I also don't care if people use their phones for pornography. I just don't, because it's not something... I think you said it literally on the last episode of the podcast. I use my phone for two things, and that's all I do on it.
Yeah, texting and Reddit.
I phone people. So technically three things. I use it as a phone, and I use it for Reddit on my break at work, because I've got fuck all else to do.
Yeah, I use it for mobile games, emulation, and internet browsing, whatever that may entail.
Internet browsing for me usually consists of Reddit anyway, so yeah. I also don't have headphones, so it's not like I'm watching YouTube videos on the train or anything. I am half tempted to download an emulator just so I can play Tetris.
Yeah. You've got RetroArch on there?
I do not.
Okay, there is RetroArch on Android.
Right, instead of just MyGBA.
Well, MyGBA is one of the ones that RetroArch can get for you.
Yeah, I know, I'm weird. I prefer standalone emulators as opposed to, here's a big one, download your cores.
Yeah, and some of them do just work better as standalones. I know the 3DS works way better as standalone, and so does the regular DS. I'm sure the one that RetroArch gets for you is perfectly functional, but I've always run into bother with them. So yeah, I went for the individuals.
I have actually. First of all, I didn't know 3DS emulator was available on RetroArch. That's on me. But I know for a fact that the DS emulator has got specifically on RetroArch, has got a real issue with any game that relies on time-based mechanics.
Right, okay.
Because my Pokemon Pearl Platinum, one of those gen games, is it's dead. I got past the first gym leader in one sitting, and then I went to boot it up, and it's like, hey, your clock's all fucked. I went, cool, how do I fix it? You don't!
Yeah, you just have a shit clock now.
No, it won't let the game boot. That's how bad it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm just like, so can I not just fix it? And it's like, no, what do you mean no?
Yeah, for me, it usually lets you bypass it by loading a save state, but other than that... no.
Here's the thing, Rick. You can't load a save state if you're playing on hardcore, because then it disables achievements.
Oh, okay.
You can only use save states if you're playing on casual mode, which is fine, but I want the hardcore achievements, which means no save states, which means that's not a fix for me.
That might be why I'm not getting achievements then.
You get achievements, but it will be softcore achievements.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
okay.
They're called casual now because enough people got weirded out by the word softcore, which is weird because it's still called hardcore. The other one.
Yeah, you got hardcore achievements and cheesecake achievements.
And apparently people thought softcore was too demeaning, which, okay, but casual has always been a bit of a... I wouldn't say slur, it's not that bad, but people get real offended if you call them a casual gamer.
Yeah, I think casual is more of a put down than party soft.
Party soft.
Yeah, party soft, party soft.
I've never heard that expression in my life, Rick.
Well, it's like softcore in that it's it's reverse engineered from party hard and hardcore and all that.
Again, I've never heard that expression in my life. You didn't just make it up, did you?
No. I've seen party soft. In fact, I've seen a gif of Fluttershy just head bobbing really shallow with a nice little smile on her face, just going party soft, party soft.
I see. So this is some slang you picked up from your specific weird corner of the internet, which good for you, buddy.
Yes. As I've kind of touched on, I also signed up for Retro Achievements. I have gotten one achievement so far. It's for beating the second rival in Radical Red. I've got no achievements since, because apparently on my version, you need to log in every time, or they just only have very few achievements on Radical Red.
They do not. There is like 100.
Yeah, so I think you have to sign in every time, and I just haven't been doing.
Ask me how I know how many there are.
Did you have to get some?
No, I didn't. But what I did do is I was like, I took a punt as to what your name was going to be on the website. Unsurprisingly, it's the name you use for fucking everything.
Yes.
No hate on that one. My name is also the name I use on everything.
Yes.
Because, hey, guess what? If you got it, I'm actually genuinely surprised that you managed to get your name, considering.
I wasn't able to get it without the.
Okay, but I've always known you as the.
Yeah.
So I just kind of figured that was your default. But yeah, no, I'm always Dev the Rev because no fucker takes that. And if I ever burst into popularity and people try to take it on unknown platforms, fucking good for you, I guess. That's the only foreseeable outcome I can see where I don't get my name on things.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. I typed in your name. I was like, that's you. And also, also, when I got on your page, you'd played one game and had one achievement, and it was in Radical Weird, and I went, this has to be Rick. And because you've only played the one game, it displays all the achievements you can potentially get in that game, and there is like 100 of those fuckers.
Yeah, so I will have missed like probably 7 or 8 of them before that, and all of them after that. Yeah, I've only got one achievement, as you say, and I've done things since. I've just beaten Lieutenant Surge. This time, I'm leaning into a few of the changes that Radical Red has made since we last played. They've now given... they've made all of the starters into dual types. Meganium and Sceptile are Grass Dragon.
Excuse me. Oh, wait, so you... sorry, yeah. When you said all the starters, I was like, why the fuck are you talking about Johto starters? You meant all the starters that they have added to the game.
Yeah. All the starters are now dual types in their final forms by default. I'm just saying, yeah, those two are Grass Dragon. The one that I picked was Oshawott. He's got 2 final forms with Samurott. The one that is the new one that's Water Dark remains Water Dark by default, and the default version is Water Steel. So I've gone with that for now.
Oh, it's Empoleon 2.0.
Yeah, and he's cooler because he's a samurai and not Empoleon. Not Napoleon.
Weeb.
I mean, yes.
I mean, you say that. Empoleon looks pretty samurai-like anyway.
He does. But between bird and mammal, I'm going mammal pretty much every time.
Racist.
Yeah, yes.
You heard it here first, folks. Rick is a proud racist.
I am a speciesist.
Ooh.
The other thing that I did was I started watching the Big Mouth kind of spin-off mating season. I don't hate it, but yeah, a lot of it is the same gags that certain characters are just disgusting, and that's just their gag.
Yeah, it's sex jokes, the cartoon show, only now it's animals instead of children.
Yeah, so slightly less objectionable.
Listen, here's the thing, is the first 2 seasons of Big Mouth were quite funny, because it was jokes about going through puberty, and if you can't laugh at that, like, you're probably going through puberty still yourself, in which case it's not funny because it's too real. But as an adult, you're like, yeah, puberty fucking sucked. But they got to season 3 and then it just started being gross out humour in general, and I was starting to tap out, and yeah.
And then we did that one premiere for the channel, and that was after it had started getting really shit. So I think you've not watched it since. I did watch it to the end, but meh.
Like, I think the episodes where I've forgotten his fucking name, the Jewish kid.
Oh, Andrew, yeah.
Yeah, I think the episodes where Andrew was descending into an incel hate spiral were quite good as a cautionary tale, because it is that easy for some people to get sucked into such a hateful mindset. But, he bounced back a little too quickly and easily, and people kind of accepted him a little too easily.
Yeah, they treat the things that he did as a something of the week that happened, rather than the focus of the series and basically like an entire multiple month stretch in the story, which it was meant to be.
Yeah, and like I say, Big Mouth did have some plot points that I found were good and interesting, but they get swept under the rug a little bit too much, because at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about, haha, I'm gonna jizz on this person's face, you know? Yeah. Like the I've forgotten the other kid's name as well. The Tanzarian. That's fucking Frank Skinner. Principal Skinner's real name.
Jay Bilzerian, yeah.
Jay, like his whole story where they get the new girl that comes in and she outs herself as bi, and everyone's encouraging and being like, yeah, you go, girl. So he gets the courage to do it himself, and everyone's like, oh, you're gross. Like, yeah. That's a real thing people go through. It's like, yeah, when boys do it, it's not quite as flattering. But again, it just gets swept under the rug quickly because he's our sex pest and he's our Quagmire. He needs to be Quagmire again.
He's not even a sex pest. He's actually probably one of the most pure characters on the show, in that he is like simple like that.
Well, I say sex pest. I mean, he wants to bang everything. There's an entire episode where they build up to him fucking a turkey, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and he gets his couch pillow pregnant.
Yeah, that's the end of my sentence. I've really got nothing else to add on that one. Like, it was funny for 5 seconds, but then they stretched it out. Again, they don't know when to drop bits.
Yeah, I think the funniest part is that the couch pillow wanted to run away with him, because when he was climaxing, he says, I'm 40. And the couch pillow took that as his word and just assumed that he was a grown man and was going to take responsibility.
Okay.
And that was funny to me. Anyway, moving on. The one thing that I've seen out in the wide world that we've not already talked about, thanks to our previous episode on Disney 23, is Here Cow. I have sent you a shitpost image This is one of many that have been
Oh,
drawn.
yeah, okay. I didn't even see the image, but yeah, I know what this is. It had a budget of $200, Rick.
Cool.
It made $5 million.
Yeah. Good show. These guys have made a shitpost movie released in Chinese cinemas. They didn't make any promotional material, and when it became more popular than they were expecting, the theaters have had to hand draw their own posters, and they all look like that. It's really funny.
I mean, you say that, but like the character design is so fucked up and simple that all you got to do is ask that one kid who's working there because he needs a job while going through art college to be like, hey, can you draw this for us? And he goes, yeah, piece of cake. What am I getting for this? We'll give you a bag of popcorn. Sweet.
Yo.
Yeah, no, I know absolutely nothing about the plot of this film. I just know the statistics of, technically speaking, it is the highest bang for your buck profit made on a movie because, again, $200 spent making it, allegedly. 5 million gross.
Yeah. It's very silly. You can currently see the whole thing on YouTube without subtitles.
Real fucking useful for us.
Yeah. So I watched the first minute. I'm like, okay, cool. This is just vanity cards. Nothing's happening. I have finished my attention span. I may come back to this later. It may be gone later. We don't know because I'm pretty sure it's just someone recording it from in a cinema on a camera phone or something.
Well, again, Rick, it's going to be rather pointless you watching this if it doesn't have any way of translating to English because you're not going to know anything that goes on.
Yeah, you're going to get context clues and that's it.
Well, even then, I assume it's a comedy, and if it's a comedy, sometimes it's subverting expectations. It might suddenly cut to, a bold Japanese warrior, but it has nothing to do with what's being said.
Yeah. But, yeah, good show. And that's it for me and mine. How about you? What have you been? Where have you seen?
Rick, I did the achievement of the week.
You said that it wasn't quite as fun this time.
Oh boy, was it not. You're going to know what this game is because I'm 95% sure the Game Grumps played it.
Oh.
PepsiMan!
Oh. Doon, 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 doon.
Rick, that song is about a minute long and it constantly loops. However, they didn't loop it properly, so it splits between that 1 minute loop of that song and 30 seconds of silence. It's bad. That being said, the gameplay isn't terrible. You've got two buttons. You can jump and you can slide. What the game does not tell you is the slide button is context sensitive and can do other moves.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I didn't know that until I was on the final stage of the game. The achievement of the week does not require you to beat PepsiMan, but it does require you to get 3/4 of the way through, and I was like, well, I've mostly beaten the game. I might as well just get that tick and be like, yes, I've beaten the game. Not mastered it. I didn't get every single achievement. I'm not crazy, but I did beat it. I saw credits. Which, by the way, this game is very weird because all the cutscenes are just live-action shot of a rather large white gentleman speaking in English and subtitled in Japanese.
Yeah, that guy who it cuts to him multiple times, and he's just in his bedroom, ain't he?
Yeah, drinking Pepsi and laughing at what's happening on the screen, which I think is implied to be what you just played, and I don't know why it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you've never heard of PepsiMan, I don't blame you guys. It's a Japanese exclusive game. I would never have played it if it wasn't for the achievement of the week. I've got no nostalgia for this. However, it was again, the game itself is actually competent, and it isn't that annoying until you get to stage 4, because boy did stage 4, half my playtime was stage 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, PepsiMan is literally a 3D model of a human male who has been, they've taken the skin or the can of a Pepsi can from the 90s, because that's what they would have had, and basically turn that into the mesh for the skin. That's all PepsiMan is, and his job is to solve problems by giving Pepsi to people. But he doesn't really do that. He arrives at a Pepsi fucking vending machine and then just buys everyone a Pepsi from that. It's stupid, but it's also listening to that, do you not instantly think, yeah, that sounds Japanese?
Yeah.
Not to be overly critical of the Japanese mindset in the 90s, but yeah.
Yeah, there's an on-rails thing that you go through in pretty much every stage. This doesn't stop when you encounter someone's house.
It's only in the first stage as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't really run through people's houses in the later stages. The final stage, you're running through a fucking airport and you've got conveyor belts and stuff. And this was the stage where I learned that, yes, there is a brake button.
Ooh.
Because there's doors that are clamping open and and shut. And I'm just like, how the fuck am I meant to time this? And then I learned that if you hold down while pressing the slide button, your character brakes. And I'm like, well, at least that probably wouldn't have been useful before now.
Sure, yeah. And also you got through the game until that point without using it.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't until this train level that I learned that pressing up and circle makes you speed up because you have to do stretches before a train hits you in the fucking face. And I was like, this is impossible. How do you do this? Oh.
Yeah.
And me being a dumbass thought you had to slide 3 times to activate the dash because that's just so happens to be what I did before activating it the first time. Again, the game does not explain this. But yeah, PepsiMan, would not recommend. However, if you want to have a giggle at a novelty game aimed solely to sell Pepsi to Japanese people in the 90s, by all means, give it a go, but you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, and if you don't want to bother playing it, then multiple people have covered the main theme.
Don't listen to the main theme, it's awful.
It's funny to listen to it once.
Disagree.
I have the benefit of being able to listen to it once and not having to listen to it for multiple hours.
That is a fair point. I still disagree. I didn't listen to it. The game takes an hour and a half to beat, and again, half that playtime was level 4. And also, I fucking very quickly turned the fucking sound off after 10 minutes and started listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of... I will give Pepsi Man some credit. You don't need a lot of brain power to fucking play it.
Yeah.
Ready for some news?
Let's go.
Alrighty, Rick. We were talking slightly about movies earlier. I'm going to bring movies up again. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey has dethroned Deadpool and Wolverine as the highest grossing R-rated movie, crossing the $1.33 billion mark. I'll be honest with you, Rick. I didn't actually know The Odyssey was R-rated.
Oh yeah, me either. They don't really do anything super R-rated. I guess they do cut people in half, but that's about it.
Yeah, there's a bit of gore, but usually R-rated. It usually gets that rating because of the sexy factor. But even then, I'm thinking back on it, and Wolverine and Deadpool wasn't particularly sexy either.
No.
But then again, there was a lot of swearing in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, there wasn't really any swearing in the Odyssey.
No. There was like as you mentioned, there was quite a bit of gore. You saw some motherfucker get eaten by the Cyclops. The fucking Cersei scene was horrifying and well done. But yeah, quite. I wouldn't show that to kids. I'll put it that way.
Oh yeah. It's not something for kids. However, when I first learned about some of these stories, I was 11. So
yeah, but you probably didn't get given them in grotesque detail.
No. I was given it in Latin class.
Sure.
And we were given that bit of the story in Latin, and we were told how to translate it, why that was a translation, all that. And then from that we knew that segment of the story.
Sure. Rick's one of those weird people that got taught Latin because he went to a posh school.
Yes, and I will say it did help me with other European languages because it helped me to connect the dots between the other European languages and not just go, oh, that's just that, you have to remember it,
If you say so, my dude. You don't speak any language other than English.
I don't speak other than English, but I did learn the others.
Doesn't mean fuck all.
Okay.
You disagree?
I mean, if you did a GCSE, you've done a GCSE.
I'm not saying you don't have I'm not saying you don't have the qualification. I'm saying I don't think it's useful to learn about something if you can't use it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
No one speaks Latin. Even if you know any of it, you don't speak it.
But I don't give a fuck about that aspect of it. I'm saying that you're saying that you learnt the cause to other languages. Do you speak any of those other languages? If not, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I did French until A level, so it helped with that. And I've done tourist level of Spanish.
Fucking unos beer, por favor.
No me gustan los elefantes.
Listen, in Spanish I know no hombre inglés.
Les cabris fingers.
Yeah, exactly. And who cares? If I go to Spain, I'm going to the part that speaks English anyway. And yes, that does exist because it's so tourist heavy and it's not the real Spain and people will mock you for it, and rightly so. In France, I know parlez-vous anglais, and that's all you need as well. 9 times out of 10, they will say no because they don't want to speak to you.
Oh, yes.
And those fuckers speak English. You could see the recognition in their eye and the hatred and disgust.
Yeah, because they say no in English.
I'm not bothered by that, but everyone knows no. I told my friend that I went to France with, it's like, you can say hello to French people. French people know hello.
Yeah.
You don't have to... and also, I explained it to our mutual friend Rick that lives in France and is basically French. And he reminded me that, but you know that French people do say hello as well. They go, hello.
Yeah.
People in France are, when you cross them just randomly walking, will just say bonjour to you. I'm not used to this, but I will respond to it with hello, thinking that if I say that in as me, they'll be like, he's English, don't waste your time on him. But apparently the entire time I was there, it's like, no, they probably just thought you're dumb and can't pronounce hello.
Hello. I'm reminded of the time that I got scouted by the French Communist Party.
Yes, you've told this story on the podcast before, so let's move on.
I did.
Rick, over on Reddit, because I don't have enough news stories, trans Peter Parker is taking over the comic subs.
Oh, I saw this.
Yes, it's very adorable. A lot of people are doing their take on it. My favourite by far are very two specific examples that have been done multiple times because it's so amusing. One is the absolute insistence that J. Jonah Jameson will 100% always correctly use Peter or Petra Parker's pronouns as soon as he learns of them, while still calling Spider-Man/woman a piece of shit and needs to be taken down.
Yeah.
The other is the moment that Johnny Storm finds out Peter Parker has transitioned is the moment Johnny Storm gets weird.
Yeah.
These are universal truths.
The other one is the other Peters just all of a sudden having realizations and people being split between, oh, are they all eggs or are they finding it dangerous because most female spiders eat the males?
I've got no idea what you're on about, but fair enough.
Okay. Well, it's a room full of other Spider-Man variants.
Oh, I think I saw that comic, and I took the implication as them all being dumb and being really slow on the uptake, because they just assumed that she was always a she and not a Peter Parker that transitioned.
Yeah, because she's massive.
Yeah.
I think the other part is that it's implying that because a lot of female spiders are larger than the males, that's also part of her physiology in that world.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's levels that I don't care about. I just like the dumb fluff insisting on the J. Jonah Jameson stuff and the Johnny Storm being weird. I also like how Eddie Brock is constantly taking the piss, being like, do you want to know my pronouns, Parker? I'm they, them, and not because I'm non-binary.
That is actually kind of funny.
It's very funny, especially when it's dickhead mode Eddie Brock.
Yeah, like actual Eddie Brock and not just Flash Thompson, who's given the name of Eddie Brock because it's a movie.
Who are you referring to?
I'm referring to the Venom movie, Eddie Brock, who is in no way Eddie Brock.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, I thought he was too nice of a guy to be Eddie Brock.
No, that's the consequence of him not having to deal with Peter Parker. Like, Eddie Brock is such a jackass dickhead in the comics because Peter Parker completely fucks him over, not maliciously or on purpose, but because Eddie Brock reports on a false story about the Sun Killer or the Sun something. But the person who confessed was just lying and doing it for attention, and then Spider-Man/Peter Parker cover the real story / catch the real killer, which means Eddie Brock gets kicked out of the Bugle because it's like, you can't fucking do that, and that's what leads him to the church in the first place, being like, man, I fucking hate Peter Parker, I want to kill him.
Yeah, and Venom's like, I found my new favourite person.
Pretty much. But yeah, whereas they have to skip all that shit in the Sonyverse because they're not allowed to use Spider-Man, which, don't even get me starting on that legal fucking nonsense.
Yeah. It's daft, to say the least.
Doing Venom without Spider-Man is one of the few villains, like a lot of the villains you can't do without Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's just such a core part of them. But Venom literally has the spider symbol because of Spider-Man.
Yeah, and like his spider powers are a take on Spider-Man because he misses Peter Parker and misses being Spider-Man.
Like, he got the jackpot, the 1 in a million, and then realised he pushed too hard and tried too much. But anyway, enough nerd nonsense, eh? Let's talk about something relevant to my interests and not yours.
Let's go.
Sons of Anarchy is allegedly going to get a spin-off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the spin... Oh, this is such a weird one, Rick. It's going to be a limited series, apparently, called Legends. And I'm going to read you the official description of what this show is meant to be, and you'll see why I'm hesitant to get excited.
Okay.
When the cast of Sons of Anarchy reunites at a fan convention after more than a decade, the line between life and art blurs as the fractured brotherhood finds itself up against a real-world threat more dangerous than anything they ever faced in their show. What?
Huh. So it's a meta thing where it's the actors are reuniting and they now have to deal with things not in the show.
I don't know! But yeah, it's not going to be apparently, according to that synopsis, it sounds to me that you're not going to be focusing on Jax and Opie and Clay. It's going to be Ron Perlman, Charlie Hunnam, and the guy who plays Opie, whose name escapes me.
Yeah.
I picked a bad third. Sorry. The guy who plays Opie, aka the guy who plays Thor in God of War Ragnarok, aka new Kratos before he broke his leg.
Okay.
Yeah. By the by, Batista's going to be Kratos now.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah. Amazon decided they didn't want to wait for the guy to rehab his fucking injury, and we're like, yeah, we're just going to recast this character.
I mean, Batista's one of the better ones to pick because...
I just hope the other guy still gets paid.
Oh, yeah. Although I do like Batista.
Yeah, Batista's a good actor. Surprisingly.
Yeah, he's gotten... You can see him getting better in real time.
I'm just saying surprisingly because the other person you have in Hollywood who used to be a wrestler is The Rock, and he can't fucking act.
I mean, true. Yeah, he just plays The Rock over and over again, which is fine if that's what you want him for, but it gets old. Like, you can use that precisely once, and it's funny once, and then after that, it's just Schwarzenegger did it better.
I mean, that is the one they always compare him to.
Yeah.
Like, The Rock, so dreadful of an actor that the one time he acted even a little bit, everyone insisted he should get an Oscar. Yeah. That was like Smashing Machine. They were like, oh shit, I can hardly believe that's The Rock. It's like, yeah, it's called fucking acting, and he doesn't do enough of it.
Yeah. However, I will give him the one little bit of praise is that I didn't know that he could carry a tune.
I mean, I guess. I'm assuming you're referring to his role as Maui.
Yeah. Yeah, in the one movie that he was Maui, and no further.
Did Maui not appear in Moana 2?
He did, but that wasn't a movie. That was a series that was condensed into a movie, and then there was a live-action version, which nobody went to go see. Good.
Yeah, well, I'll jump on the bandwagon of saying good, because live-action Disney is a load of toss anyway, but you usually see live-action Disney stuff, don't you?
A lot of the time I do, but the main reason I really didn't want to go see Moana is because it's in living memory, dude.
Oh yeah, unlike Lion King.
I mean, you talk to a child now, and The Lion King is not in living memory. You talk to a child now, and Moana is.
I've got a fucking spoiler for you, dude. The live-action remakes aren't for children.
No, they're not.
They're capitalising on adults who are like, yeah, I remember that movie. I want my kid to see that movie.
Yeah, they're also kind of like specifically for Disney to keep up their official interest in a property, to show that they're still like taking it seriously and using it, because they don't want to get Steamboat Willied.
Yeah, well, Disney's the whole reason why it got up from 50 years to 75 in the first place.
Yeah.
Disney do not want to ever let go of any of their properties ever, which is why you can't, like, yes, I will give Sony all the shit in the world for the Spider-Man nonsense, but it's not like their opponents are any better.
Oh yeah, totally. No. Yeah, they are entirely in the right for defending against their actual opponents.
I mean, I don't think they're in their right in their right to do so, because it's a bullshit argument, and they don't make use out of it very well at all. They just don't want to lose it because it makes them a ton of money. However, again, the other side is Disney, and Disney can go suck the fattest, most slimiest, smelly cock in the world.
Oh no, you had to make me imagine it, didn't you? Oh.
I didn't make you imagine Dick or my friend. Did you imagine Minnie or Mickey?
No, it's just the slimiest cock.
Oh, okay. Well, that's just the great unclean ones.
Yeah, the slimiest and smelliest.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Rick, in other news, unsurprising to pretty much anyone, GTA 6 got a bit of a leaky leak.
Yeah, apparently the new controversy is whether you should have to refuel cars in GTA 6.
I don't... Well, that's not a thing.
Apparently it is.
That's dumb. That's a weird mechanic to add. Like, here's the thing, Rick. I don't like realistic mechanics in my video games. One of the worst things you can do is be like, cool, as a player, you now have to track your hunger, your dehydration, and your stamina. Stamina, fine. That's a gameplay limiting mechanic. If you don't eat once a day, your character dies. And it's like,
yeah,
I would rather that be a toggle.
I treat stamina like ammo. It's one of those necessary evils.
Yeah.
But when it comes to things like, as you say, like hunger bars and obligate sleep,
now,
then it ceases to be fun.
I do want to stress that unless you're specifically like a survival game, in which case that is one of the main appeals, obviously that gets a bit of a free pass, because I'm not going to pick up that game anyway, because that's the main fucking gimmick. But it's like games where people want to add these mechanics to, because they're like, oh, I want to do this because it'll make it more interesting to me. That's what mods exist for.
Yeah. And like, at the very least, like custom game modes, like having like a survival server where everyone's on the same page and everyone is playing with that, cool. But for like casual me playing through the game in single player, don't want to piss about with that shit.
I'm just saying I don't want to be in the middle of losing a 5-star wanted level and then be like, oh shit, my car's almost out of gas.
My car's out of gas and my guy is hungry and needs to go to Whataburger.
See, the hunger thing wasn't too bad in like the reason why I'm giving the hunger thing a bit of a pass is like in San Andreas, you would have to not eat for so long for it to be a factor.
Yeah.
And also, it costs like $10 a meal, which is nothing in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and you could eat 5 at a time and increase yourself to such a level of fatness that you don't actually have to eat until you've done like 20 missions, and even then, you're probably going near a fucking thing anyway.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think it should be... I think there should be a toggle, but if they're bringing the fatness scale back to the game proper, then why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the keeping track of fuel is going to be very annoying unless it's part of very specific side interests.
True, fair enough.
Like maybe if you're doing smuggling stuff and then you have to keep track of your fuel gauge because you have to take a very specific route in order to smuggle, but you have to... Maybe in that instance I can understand it being a boon, but tracking it for every car all the time just seems like a lot of pointless waste.
Yeah, it's like a second way of tracking a time limit.
Yeah.
Like, instead of time limit, you're going by a distance limit, and that's what your fuel cap is actually referencing.
I mean, shit, motherfucker, they did that in San Andreas for some of the missions. Some of the missions was you had a remote-controlled drone that you used to shoot a bunch of things, and you didn't have a time limit, but you had a fuel gauge.
Sure.
So, you know, again, it is something they've done before, and that's not the worst thing. The only reason I brought up the leaks is because, rather hilariously, everyone is both celebrating the guy who leaked this stuff, because they're like, yeah, more GTA 6 information, which I've never understood the mindset of. You know me, I like to be as blind as possible going into a game, but while at the same time going, man, why did he have to be such a fucking dork, though? The guy's posting, like, fucking poems on the Discord, being like, haha, this is me getting my revenge on Rockstar. And not even good poems, it's stuff like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Leak.
Everyone come have a peek.
I don't think he even rhymed that. I think he was like talking about Vice City and stuff and being like, yes, this is us getting our own back at the establishment of Rockstar. And it's like, bro, just shut the fuck up and keep leaking stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not invested. I don't really care one way or the other, but it's very funny how the community has come to the consensus of, yay, we get to see some GTA 6 early. Boo, why couldn't our guy be cool like a hacker man from a movie?
Yeah. Aw, man, now everyone's going to think Twinkle Twinkle Little Leak, can we all just take a peek, is going to be something that I've stolen from somewhere.
Arguably better than what the chap actually wrote.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rick, that about does it for my news. So, for my benefit and for the audience, would you mind counting us in and saying what we do? I did that the wrong way round. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're doing Extreme Dinosaurs, Season 1, * Episode 1, Out of Time. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Rick added the Season 1 because there is only one season, so I didn't put that in the title of the video.
Yeah, and it's also, that's why I said Season 1 * as well, because of, the Street Shark season.
That's fair. Also, motherfucker, look at these toys.
Yeah, to be honest, if we weren't told that the Reckless Raptors were bad guys, they would kind of look almost the same as the good guys.
Yeah.
Like,
now,
Bad Rap has got a metal jaw, and that's about it.
Yeah. Now picture all these big buff dinosaur men fucking each other.
Just drilling each other.
Yeah. Drilling each other for oil.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna oil!
Now, I will say, while doing my research, they slightly compared this series to Jurassic Park, and I think the only similarity they have is the fact that it has dinosaurs.
Yeah. Oh, get fucked, fish. Oh, they did the same animation.
Well, yeah, they're not made of money.
Yeah, they just recolored it, and then like the one on the right just looked off to the same direction.
All right, Skeletor.
So is he like a space elf or something?
I gotta be honest with you, Rick. He's looking a lot like Grand Admiral Thrawn.
He does a bit.
Yeah, but allegedly the T-Rex had a brain the size of a peanut.
And the Stegosaurus had one the size of a pea.
I see. That's even worse.
Yes. Pea is smaller than peanut. Yeah, and they can speak English in a world with no English.
Don't worry about it. Rick, it's a cartoon. You can let it on slide. I absolutely...
And the Stegosaurus... It's Stegosaurus, who are technically the dumbest one, has become the smartest of the dinosaurs.
I do hate the fact that the Stegosaurus's iconic spines that mark it as a Stegosaurus are so tiny they might as well not exist.
Yeah.
I remember watching Walking with Dinosaurs as a kid, and my mind being blown by the fact that they managed to figure out that Stegosauruses used to increase their blood flow to their spines, specifically to make them red.
Cool down. Yeah, to make them red and then cool them down.
And also scare the shit out of other dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so the raptors kind of recruited themselves.
Yeah. Look at her tits on her!
Yeah. Okay, so she's now kidnapping the other dinosaurs, I assume.
No, I think this is the guy from before. See?
Yeah.
I will say, at least this guy managed to get this cool metal jaw, because the other fucking T-Rex type dinosaur looked very sore in the mouth.
He did a bit. Yeah, the T-Rex guy just doesn't look like he's having a good time.
No. Yeah, I'm going to give this dinosaur some swords. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
how come the other guys get cool fucking guns? It's like, here's your swords. And you're like, what the fuck, bro?
Well, they, yeah, these guys are, taking to violence like pigs in shit. It's great.
What the fuck does that mean? This dimension's so solid.
Yeah, apparently they're from like a ghost dimension or something. Yeah, they're just asking if she's okay. And she's the same race as the guy that just violated them.
There's that meme going around the books right now of just like, hey, I've got something to tell you. I don't like women. And it cuts to the internal monologue of the other guy being like, oh no, they're a misogynist. That's not a nice thing to say. Cuts to the other guy in their head going, oh no, they're homophobic. Where the fuck did you jobbers come from?
Like, there was one before, but now there's many.
All of their mouths look fucking syphilis infested.
They do a bit. And that's even when they're being pleasant.
Cool, give them badges.
Yeah, that's Big Slamoo's move.
Has he got motherfucking guns on his back?
He does. Because he's a toy.
No.
So there's the three raptors with names, and the rest of them are just jobbers.
Well, yeah, it's Power Ranger logic, innit?
Yeah. Oh, they're even doing the eating things shtick. Listen to this butt rock. That's a pretty good ability to have.
Oh, yeah.
You just scream, and other people just don't like it, and then lose control of their hands as they grab their heads.
I mean, it is a good way to overstimulate someone.
Yeah.
Like, apparently you lose X amount of octaves the older you get in your range of hearing. So much so that they have a special frequency gun that they invented that will just blare out a noise that anyone under the age of 25, it's deafening for them, but anyone over just can't hear it. So, yeah, that got banned.
Yeah, because that's like ageism at its prime, but also it's a weapon of war against dogs.
Well, and teenagers.
Yeah, dogs and teenagers.
Which, you know, I don't like large gatherings of teenage miscreants, much like other people. However, I don't think you should attack them with sonar assaults.
Yeah, and just because you can't hear that doesn't mean it's not happening.
No.
So you are still getting assaulted by sound waves at all times when you're in that area. Just because you can't hear them doesn't mean they're not causing you damage.
I also think that old people just get off on violence. And I'll elaborate on this slightly, because I remember watching a very small documentary on... it was one of the islands surrounding Britain, one of those little ones, where they had a tradition of punishment for school kids where you would get whipped on the backside, specifically with the branch of a willow. And you had these old fucking bitches, and yes, I will call them that, who were just like, oh, it's just a little tap on the bum, it's not a problem. And they gave them one of these branches of a willow tree, specifically for them to, demonstrate how it's done. And they would tap their friend very playfully on the bum, and it'd be like, see, it's nothing, ha 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 ha. And they wanted school kids to get fucking beaten with this thing. And then it cuts to the guy who would be doing it, and he goes, oh no, no, it's not a tap on the bum. And then he took out this fucking antique willow branch, and he whacked the shit out of this table and went, yes, you do that like 5 or 6 times, and then they won't be rowdy again.
Yeah, it's like a prototype flogging.
It's not a prototype, my friend. What is it with these old cartoons and constantly ripping on Detroit? The fucking Biker Mice did this as well.
Yeah, they did.
So I assume we glossed over the part where he said he thinks this is a prank.
Yeah, he thinks people are messing with him, and
clearly
he's seen hairless mammals. They turned him into those. Unless they're saying that
they're alien still things.
Yeah, the space elves are like something else. It was very polite of the raptors to get into pods without, killing the other guys.
Well, I assume that they just went into open pods because they assumed it would save them.
Yeah. That little bitch sound he made.
Yeah. Rick, his superpower is toxic spit. You really think he's going to be the tough guy?
Yeah.
Is that fucking Miss Frizzle? And/or Daria?
It might as well be.
I don't entirely know what she hit him with.
I think she just sprayed some, why has that one got a knob on? Like, the robot looks like it's got a crotch and a half.
I think that's just your dirty brain. That's kind of funny that she can't do it.
Yeah, she can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they got crotch rockets, ain't they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they got shot with that little Band-Aid thing. Because
And that's
the
what,
T-Rex had
that's
that
what
little
pacifies
bandage on
them,
him
yeah.
before he fell down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he can do sonic spin dashes now.
Yeah. Eat your heart out, Jasper. And also Amethyst. Yeah, she's being, brutalized by the people that were brutalizing us. Jurassicate.
Yeah, can you hear me rolling my eyes?
Yeah.
That power is quite
Can
handy,
they
isn't
win?
it?
Can they win? Can the Extreme Dinosaurs break out of here? You bet Jurassic can.
The beauty of doing these live segments where I can't trim it down is everyone's going to hear that lengthy silence I just gave you.
Yeah, and the implied V's that you were flipping at the screen.
Oh, I'm above that, Rick.
Oh yeah.
Rick, do you really think I'm just going to imply fucking giving you the middle finger instead of just going, fuck you? You've known me for long enough.
Okay, but it is also kind of funny.
Have you say so. There is no reason for her to have tits so big, other than the fact that preteen boys might be watching.
They also gave her a rather angular face, so they need to make sure that people know that she's a woman.
You're so right, and I hate it. Angular face and short hair.
Yeah, which is the same as all the other males of that species. Plus, they're not showing the boobs, so they just need to be that big under the sweater. She's got the muscles as well.
A little bit.
No one's saying extinct. Oh yeah, we finally say extinct. Well, they also didn't belong when there were Dino Sapiens alongside regular dinosaurs, so not much has changed.
Well, that brings up the moral conundrum, right? If they were still in dinosaur times with other dinosaurs, would it be morally okay for the T-Rex buff dude to fuck an actual T-Rex?
Like, if it were me, I'd say no.
I mean, I don't think that passes the Harkness test, does it?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Like, you'd have to uplift another T-Rex to be able to give them the chance to,
Consent. not be a literal fucking animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that by the giant word dinosaur museum on the top of the hangar, which is a fucking weird to write on the top of the thing to write on the top of your building.
Yeah, like, who else is going to see it? Oh, his walking stick is a big old dinosaur bone.
Ah. Oh, that's why it's called the bad rap for Thing Him and the Jiggy, the live action thing.
Sure, yeah, because that's the main villain one's name. He's the one with the metal jaw.
I see. They're not gonna fucking fit in those.
No, they're not.
Generic fucking... That's the exact same sound effect they use when a lion roars.
Hmm.
Yeah, Geneva Convention, more like Geneva Suggestion.
Am I right, boys?
Turns out these dinosaurs are Canadian.
It's kind of funny.
How the fuck did you hear him? Just casually threatening murder is quite fucking hardcore, eh?
Little bit. I do like how they've immediately started enterprising by marketing their own likenesses.
Apparently they're smart enough to realise that money is worth, getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is a bit of a baffling decision to make the main bad guy leader look almost too much like the main good guy leader.
Yeah, and the main good guy leader look very similar to the bad guys in general. And he's got guns, and he still uses, earthquakes.
Well, we haven't seen him fire those guns, so maybe they're not operational yet.
Yeah, or it's like He-Man's sword. And that it never gets used as a sword. He sounds like frickin' Clamps from Futurama.
Wait, did you mean the raptor guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fairer.
Yeah, the second raptor. Oh, he broke his toy. He's going to need a new toy for $15.95.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he's fucking holding him in any serious way. It looked like he was just helping his mate home from the pub.
Yeah. Remember, you can disable an entire person just by holding their arm.
Cartoon logic, yeah.
Yeah, especially women. You just hold them by the wrist, and they're just completely your slave.
That is a bad soundbite.
Yeah, in cartoon logic.
They're gonna die out here, guys.
Yeah, he literally will. Oh yeah, they'll just accelerate the murder. It's like, you're not going to freeze. You're just going to die.
You killed them. There is no cooling down. There are consequences to these actions.
They're cold. Why is that a frickin' Sky Cadillac?
Because they manipulated junk parts, dude. Keep up.
Yeah.
Equally extreme and an equally dinosaur. What the fuck are you talking about, Pteranodon?
Yeah, Pteranodonald.
Oh, that's better.
No, the Who are a different gang.
I was thinking it, and I didn't want to say it because it was a shit joke, and then you did it. You bastard. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't got much to say, really. That was Extreme Dinosaurs. That was the first episode. Firmly established what this show is going to be about, I feel, but honestly, kinda shit.
Yeah, it was a bit meh.
Oh, it's Bick. Dick.
Dick.
Bick's the fucking pens. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, that BKN logo at the end there was the network that they were actually signed to and aired upon. Anyway, I digress. I've already waffled slightly. Rick, what did you actually think of the debut episode of Extreme Dinosaurs?
It was fine. If I didn't know that it was part of Street Sharks, then I would like be seeing some of the similarities, like ripping through the screen for the end of the title screen. But yeah, you can very definitely see the same DNA coming through it. It was fine. I think one of the problems that we've got is that we've now done a month of these.
I guess, but at the same time, you wouldn't be able to compare it on the same plinth as its contemporaries if they weren't so fresh in the mind, I think.
True enough, but it's one of those. We're very familiar with the formula in recent memory, so I think that's counting against it a little bit to a degree.
Well, I also think Street Farts. I also think Street Sharks is both better and dumber.
Oh yes.
You know, if you're going to be silly, be silly.
Yeah, and they don't really have a lot of the human. Like, okay, I always rag on the human element, but like they don't tie it to any amount of humanity here. There's just like there's two humans that matter. There's the human that discovered them and thinks that it's a gag, and there's the doctor lady who wants to subjugate them and seems to have been dealt with pretty much for now.
I don't think the human that discovered them is even a factor. I think the more important human is going to be the weird hillbilly who runs a dinosaur museum.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
How? He was actually the human with the most lines.
He was, but I'm thinking of blonde doctor lady who was in the hazmat suit for a long time.
Yeah, no, I know who you meant. I'm just saying, how do you forget? Like, he even had a more distinct design than any of the other people.
Yeah, he's got the big old dinosaur bone as his walking stick.
He looked very much like a prospector.
Yes. But yeah, any further thoughts?
I mean, truth be told, it was fine, wasn't it? It's not the best show we've ever watched. I think if we're doing a ranking system here, I think Biker Mice is firmly number one, followed by Street Sharks. Road Rovers was worse than this.
Oh yeah, totally.
So it's got that going for it, I suppose.
I think I have the exact same ranking right now.
And we should definitely rank them all once we've watched all 5. So you have that to look forward to next week, humble listener. That being said, I think now is probably a prime time to do our usual wind down. So, Rick, do you have a standout favourite moment? It's bad when Rick goes, followed by a pause.
Yeah, that's the thing. In terms of favourite moments, there wasn't really like a massive amount of like things that happened. The fact that we didn't watch them as a Street Shark spin-off first means that we got to experience these guys for the first time. So the Stegosaurus being revealed as the smart one was a kind of cute little thing for me. So I thought that was funny. That's my favourite gag so far. So I'm going with that. So when the dinos were awakening for the first time.
Fair enough. It is an iconic moment. It is the important moment of the episode. Is like, here's why these mutant dinosaurs exist.
Yeah, and this one's the Donatello. How about you? Do you have a favourite moment?
My favourite moment is a bit of a meta moment because here you go, leader of the crew. Here's a big bang gun. Here you go, other guy. It weaponizes your spit. Here's some swords, Mr. Man, that you'll never be allowed to use because, of course, you can't. We can't show people getting cut up.
Yeah. The best you can do is cut through a wall with it, and the other people in your crew can do that with their faces.
Yeah. I think my exact words were, here's cool gun number 1, cool gun number 2. Here's some knives I found. Have fun.
Yeah. Usually it's the power of violence and this gun I found. But, the gun I found was the good one, and this one, you also get these butter knives that are just here to be in the show, so when someone goes and buys the toys, then it's show accurate.
Yeah. I think you'll find, guys, if you go back and look at a lot of these old kid shows, you'll see that a lot of the guns aren't actually guns. They don't fire bullets. They'll fire lasers or sound concussive blasts. And the character with the sword and or bladed weapon will never be allowed to use it.
Yeah, best they can do is throw the sword.
Or if you're He-Man, bonk people with the flat of it so it technically doesn't count.
Yeah, like a baseball bat.
Yeah. Okay, we've had a bit of fun. Let's get a bit more serious, a bit more down and mellow. Do you have a weakest link for me today?
I think it's the fact that this is the second outing of this gang, giving them a second origin story outside of what has already happened to people who are already fans.
Well, here's the thing, Rick, is I don't think you actually saw their origin story in the previous incarnation. I think they just showed up.
Yeah, so people were introduced to them beforehand, and people already knew about them, as in the people who were day one fans watching it live.
Yeah,
so,
5-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. Like children. So I think the fact that it's not completely new is possibly my weakest link for these guys today.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair, I suppose, but how is that a weakest link exactly?
Okay, let's go with the alien hot girl lady being very definitely a male character model, just with tits, because she looked exactly like all the other male characters of that species, just with tits.
It's also kind of a weird decision, isn't it? Because that alien species just doesn't show up. I mean, I think they show up again throughout the series from time to time, but very minimally. In this first episode, they could have just had her being the one good guy, but then she wouldn't have been able to go all rimmer and quote codes at people.
Yeah, like the rest of her crew are gone. Like she had at least 4 other guys who didn't make it. They didn't make it into the 65 million year cryo chamber with her. So they've definitely died of old age.
We don't know. They're from an alternate dimension. We don't know how time works. Don't forget, this dimension is considerably more solid.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, like maybe they're like energy beings or something. Well, yeah.
I don't know.
So there we go. Two different separate weakest links for 2 different completely separate reasons from me. How about you? Do you have one?
It's too formulaic. And I know that's rich coming from me who wanted to do this based on a formula, but it's just too by the book of here's these 4 specifically, and I know the reason why. It's just fucking Street Sharks with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but it kind of fucking annoys me.
Also, did you notice that their token favorite food is salad?
Yeah, and that's fine for 2 of them.
But at least one of them is a T-Rex.
And the other one's a pterodon, which is also a well-known meat eater.
Yeah, I think the pteranodon can be, like, reasonly an omnivore, but the 2 that we're talking about salad are very definitely
Rick, have you seen
the
skeleton of a pterodon?
No.
They are not designed for eating fucking vegetation.
No, but by the same token, I don't think that they would, like, choose to starve over eating a fruit.
Yeah, I suppose I see your reasoning, but they've always been sort of... And again, my knowledge is a bit outdated, perhaps, but given their bone structure and the fact that it's been explained this way since the beginning of my memories, they would almost always eat either eggs, fish, or meat. I've never known specifically a pterodon to be fruit-based.
Yeah.
I don't even think fruit existed during that time.
Oh, well, have to have done.
How would it have had to have done? Vegetation, but not fruit. Not fruit as we know it, anyway.
Yeah, fruit as we know it. I know grass didn't exist.
No, but a lot of green shit on the ground and a lot of leaves and stuff, but fruit itself I don't think was around at the same time as dinosaurs. And that might be me being ignorant, and I might be entirely incorrect, but definitely not fruit as we know it.
Maybe not, but like, yeah, because things were a lot more primitive. Like the most advanced life form were like really tiny mammals.
And don't forget, the only reason why we had these giant lush jungles is because we didn't have bacteria that decomposed trees and whatnot. So they would just keep growing and pile on top of each other. That's why we had such lush, weird depictions is the word I was trying there of how these megaforests used to look. I wanted to Google how old is fruit, despite how dumb of a question that is. And the first question is, how old is Messi? Who cares?
Yeah, so they reckon it's during the Cretaceous period, which is the third of the 3 dinosaur periods.
Okay.
So you got the Triassic first, then the Jurassic in the middle. Cretaceous was the last one. They reckon between 136 and 140 million years ago, but they can't point to a single species that was the first to have a fruit.
Okay, and yeah, Tyrannosaurus rexes were a lot more recent than that.
Yeah. So they were. I think T-Rexes were also Cretaceous, even though they were in Jurassic Park.
Oh, that name's not literal.
Yeah. They picked the.
They picked Jurassic because it's the coolest sounding one. It is. Tell me a fucking teenager who wants to say Cretaceous Park.
Yeah, well, the Jurassic Park series, wasn't it? It was Camp Cretaceous, wasn't it?
You are correct.
Yeah, and that was crap.
Well, still, Jurassic Park is a cooler sounding name than Cretaceous Park.
It is, or
maybe Triassic would work, but I think too many people would get confused by the word tri being in there.
Yeah, like Jurassic Park 3 would have worked fine if it was the Triassic one.
Oh, man, we are getting way off topic, aren't we?
We are.
Anyway, fruit existed at the same time these dinosaurs did. I still don't think pterodons were omnivores. I think they were strictly carnivores. But I don't know that, so I apologise if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rick, let's do MVPs. please, who's yours? And don't say the big tits.
No. I'm going with Gary Chalk. Who was Gary Chalk? Well, he was the voice actor for Bad Rap. What else is he known for? He's Optimus Prime when it's not the regular Optimus Prime.
I was going to say, that is not fucking Optimus Prime.
But he's almost always Optimus Primal.
I see.
But yeah, in more recent cartoons, he's Optimus Prime. So Armada, Energon, and Cybertron.
I mean, fair enough. I won't argue with that. Yeah.
But yeah, he's got other than being a long list of heroes, he's also does a good voice for a villain for this guy. So yeah, I'm giving it to him for today.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I will give one criticism, and it's more a voice direction. I would have made him sound. I would have put some reverb on his voice, considering the metal jaw.
Yeah. That would have been reasonable and relevant.
And yeah, I'm not putting the blame on that to the voice actor, because you can't just do that with your voice.
Yeah. Like, even me just picking up a can and talking into it's going to sound crap. If I do this, then you can basically hear it, but it's not great.
I mean, my go-to example is literally GLaDOS, because you can hear GLaDOS in that lady's voice when she speaks as GLaDOS, but it's not GLaDOS because they need to add the robot shit to it.
Yeah, and like the vocoding to keep it on the same pitch during each line. So,
I want to just point out, I fucking love that lady. She is so chill and cool about everything.
Yeah, it's great.
I think she's also married to the guy who voiced the sniper in Team Fortress, which is weird.
Fantastic.
I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me.
But yes, that's my MVP. How about you?
I mean, I'll give my MVP award to T-Bone. I think that's his name. Because it's dumb, and I know it's dumb, but like the T-Rex will now and forever probably be my favourite dinosaur, and that's unlikely to change. Because, like, listen, if Big Al couldn't change my mind during OG fucking Walking with Dinosaurs, then no one fucking will.
Yeah. Like, T-Rexes have got they are the big shoes to fill when it comes to dinosaurs. If you've got a different favourite dinosaur, then you have real elite ball knowledge.
Well, I don't even think it's that, because I can understand the appeal of a Stegosaurus. It's very cool, it's very distinct. Triceratops speaks for itself. They did a good job picking the main 4 dinosaurs for the main team of Extreme Dinosaurs. Those are the 4 you go for. They're the icons.
Yeah. Like, the only one they don't have is like a Brachiosaurus, and that would be a real weird one to have as part of your main 4. As a 5th, great, but
I can tell you what dinosaur they do use as their 5th later on, and you're gonna kick yourself for not thinking of it.
Is it a real dinosaur?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not one of the Power Rangers ones like Saber-Tooth Tiger or Mastodon.
Saber-Tooth Tiger is real, but it's not a dinosaur.
Yeah, Mastodons are also real and also not a dinosaur.
Oh, right, yeah, that's the angle you were going for. Whoops. You don't actually have to guess, I can just tell you.
Go ahead.
Ankylosaurus.
Oh, okay.
Because it's got a club for a tail. That's awesome. Sometimes they've got spikes for tails, but that's a different type of dinosaur, technically.
It's a turtle stegosaurus, yeah.
I guess. Anyway, yeah. And also, every time T-Bone was fighting the main bad guy, I was just silently hoping to see a suplex, but he never fucking did.
Yeah, it would have just, fit so well,
I think every wrestling division should have a horse division, and they should just be throwing around each other in multiple suplexes. Neck strength be damned. I am, of course, exaggerating, but yeah, anyway, that brings us to a close on Extreme Dinosaurs. I think that was a pretty fine opening episode. I probably wouldn't pick this is definitely not my favourite of the ones we've done. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, currently it's at number 3 out of 4, and a 5th one to follow.
Yes, but that is going to remain a mystery until next week. Don't forget, guys, you've got the comment section down below on the YouTubes. If you want to talk to us, send us a message. Let us know why we're wrong about Extreme Dinosaurs, and we should give it a bit of a higher rating. Bear in mind, it's up against some stiff competition. Plus, none of these actually hold a candle towards TMNT, so,
Yeah, they don't hold a candle towards any of the TMNTs. Like, there are multiple incarnations, and they're all pretty much better than all of the spin-offs.
One of the live-action movies was pretty bad.
Okay.
But anyway, I digress. Alternatively, we do know that some of you don't watch via YouTube, but instead listen via Spotify. Don't worry, that's also got a comment section. We've got other audio platforms that might require... I saved it, didn't I, Rick?
Yeah, you did.
We don't have comment sections. You can instead send us an email, email at
nonsensereviewuk@gmail.com.
absolutely. Again, let us know who your favourite of the Extreme Dinosaurs is. Mine's T-Bone. Rick's is, I guess, the main bad guy.
Yeah, I like Bad Rap. He's kind of cool. He would have made a relatively good guy if it weren't for the fact that they jumped at the call to villainy.
Let me tell you this, Rick. I think Bad Rap would actually make an excellent TMNT villain.
Oh, yeah, that kind of thing. I think the entire cosmology of most of the copies make pretty good villains of circumstance to any of the others. So you put the biker mice from Mars into the turtle verse. The turtles are going to think they're assholes until it turns out, oh no, they were actually also freedom fighters from another planet. And that's how you do a crossover like that.
I mean, I'm genuinely amazed none of these did have a crossover with TMNT. The only reason Extreme Dinosaurs had a quote-unquote crossover with Street Sharks is because they were using it as a fucking diving board into their own show. Yeah.
And out of all of these, the ones that did have a freaking crossover was Power Rangers.
Yeah, and Batman.
Yeah.
which has given birth to one of the best memes of all time of Batman brooding, being like, "This is the place where my parents were shot, Donatello," and Donatello just going, "Cow, bummer." I don't think it was Donatello. I think it was Mikey.
Yeah, it would have been Michelangelo if he was doing a cowabunga in general. Yeah.
But it's
bummer.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. Anyway, let us know, guys, what you thought. Who would you most want to see put up against the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Because I personally would love to see the Street Sharks go up against them.
Yeah, well, also, we know from watching the credits that Biker Mice from Mars were distributed by Marvel, so we know that they've got the entire MCU that they can cross over with.
Oh, God. I'd never want to see live-action Biker Mice. I said it.
Hey, I think there would be a fantastic addition as an Easter egg in Deadpool 4, but
fuck
only
that.
as an Easter egg.
No, fuck that. They get bodied and one-shotted by Doctor Doom in the intro to fucking Doomsday. And on that fucking great fantasy booking, join us again next week, guys, for the last time we dip... Well, not the last time ever, but the last time for this month, for this themed occasion that we dip our toes into anthropomorphic dudes that are definitely not TMNT. So yeah, see you next week, guys.
Bye!